The U.S. indicted suspected Boston bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, realizing that the confirmation they had really demonstrated he was blameless. As per lawyer John Remington Graham, there was never reasonable justification to accept that Tsarnaev was blameworthy. However, the administration and media purposely disregarded this reality in their chase to point the finger at some individual for the monstrosity. PaulCraigRoberts.org reports. The administration of the United States has indicted Dzhokhar Tsarnaev and the information that its proof demonstrates he isn't liable. On August 17, 2015, Paul Craig Roberts distributed a record of the amicus curiae mediation by Marit Tsarnaeva, fatherly Annie of the denounced and illegal advisor occupant in the Russian Federation, under the steady gaze of the government region court in Massachusetts in the notorious arraignment of her nephew Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, on a prosecution accusing him of exploding a weight cooker bomb on Boylston Street in Boston on April 15, 2013, making demise or damage numerous people. Mr. Tsarnaev was condemned to death on June 23, 2015. Dr. Roberts' record was distributed generally in the United States, Canada, Europe, and Russia. The report cites verbatim from applicable archives made piece of open record by court arrange. While at the same time various different genuine irregularities in this arraignment have been noted by very qualified eyewitnesses, the most unequivocal and undeniable actualities of open record are these: from proof at the scene of the blasts, the FBI wrongdoing lab authoritatively settled on April 16, 2013, that the offenders, whoever they were, conveyed expansive, substantial loaded dark knapsacks disguising weighted cooker bombs. This data was not a minor and permanent investigative speculation, but rather was joined into the arraignment returned on June 27, 2013, and was a piece of the administration's case going into preliminary. On April 18, 2013, the FBI recognized the offenders from a private road video, demonstrating the siblings Tsarnaev on Boylston Street before the blasts. Two still outlines from this road video were utilized as a part of FBI blurbs educating the general population with respect to the personality of the suspects. These two still outlines don't unmistakably depict what these young fellows were carrying on their backs. In any case, a third still outline from a similar road video indicates Dzhokhar from the back, extending his correct shoulder a little, lightweight, white rucksack, with no swelling or hanging as would have showed up on the off chance that he had conveyed an overwhelming weight cooker bomb as guaranteed by the FBI and affirmed in the arraignment. Since the white rucksack Dzhokhar conveyed isn't the dark knapsack conveyed by the blamed aircraft as expressed in the arraignment, Dzhokhar stands prohibited as a suspect and is essentially not blameworthy as charged. Asserted admissions or proclamations of self-implication presented against Dzhokhar Tsarnaev are refuted by the discoveries of the FBI wrongdoing lab and the road video utilized by the FBI to distinguish the guilty parties. At the end of the day, the road video demonstrates that the knapsack conveyed by Mr. Tsarnaev does not coordinate and has the contrary attributes of the knapsack which the FBI wrongdoing lab decided was conveyed by the blameworthy party. In this manner, no affirmed affirmation of blame by Dzhokhar can be valid. In a criminal case, if the indictment endeavors to demonstrate that the charged or a co-plotter conceded bad behavior, however target confirming the ownership of open experts shows that the blamed did not carry out the wrongdoing, the confirmation is useless. The target confirmed stands, and the finding must be not liable. Generally distributed photos uncover that, close to the wrongdoing scene, at or about the season of the blasts, there were men in military-style coats, jeans, boots, and caps with indistinguishable logos conveying substantial dark knapsacks that coordinated consummately the discoveries of the FBI wrongdoing lab. In any case, these men were not researched, addressed, or charged. The nearness of these people was never said amid the preliminary of Mr. Tsarnaev. Rather, Dzhokhar's court-delegated legal counselor coercively told the jury he was liable, despite the fact that, as she surely understood, FBI-created confirmed demonstrated that Dzhokhar, at the time and place of the blasts, was conveying a knapsack very surprising from the rucksack that the FBI demonstrated was conveyed by the liable party. On January 7, 2016, as coordinated by Marit Tsarnaeva, I send a request to Loretta Lynch, Attorney General of the United States, who is presently the lawful caretaker of Mr. Tsarnaev. This appeal to portrays and incorporates key displays of open record, and demands her to intercede for the situation, keeping in mind the end goal to avert wrongful conviction and execution. The Lawyer General is committed to intercede under guidelines of lawful morals declared by the American Bar Association that are all around acknowledged all through the United States. The overseen rule is that an open prosecutor must decline to charge, or should look for expulsion of an allegation, when proven the ownership of open expert demonstrates that there is no reasonable justification, or that reasonable justification, once settled, never again exists or stops to be sound. This standard has been steadfastly seen in our chance by Cyrus Vance Jr., state head prosecutor in New York City, in the indictment of Dominique Strauss-Kahn, when it was found that the primary observer against the denounced was a scalawag endeavoring to shake him down, and furthermore by Jim Maddox, Lawyer General of Texas, once it was found out that libel requests of Henry Lee Lucas were false in light of obvious, target confirm. Government prosecutors, court-named guide for the denounced, and the significant news media know about the essential actualities here laid out, yet, acting together, they have deluded the overall population, and figured out how to convict an individual clearly not blameworthy. The Lawyer General of the United States has been appropriately educated with respect to the circumstance, yet has neglected to make a move or even to recognize or answer to my letter.